Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be covering DocuSign, which is a software company that allows you to digitally sign documents. You likely have used DocuSign in the past couple of years, either to refinance your house or really create any kind of transaction that needs to be done, or to authorize or approve certain works, or maybe at school. It's a really high growth company that has a huge addressable market. It's a really interesting company since I think the stock's been coming down over the last 2 years, and I think it's a good value to look at. I've been buying into DocuSign, and I want to make a decision whether I should buy more shares, hold, or sell my shares. I'm going to do an analysis on DocuSign and determine if it's still a really good buy, and I'll show that to you. Do me a big favor and like my video and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. And also provide comments. I'd love to hear what you think of DocuSign. Now let's get into my process and take a look at DocuSign. Over the years, I've developed a process to make investments, and I like following the process that involves 4 questions followed by a decision. The first question is, do I want to be a part owner in this company, and do I like the industry? Second, is the management team doing a good job in operating the company well? Is debt under control and less than 3 times EBITDA? And I want a discount on stock so I can make money on this stock investment. And based on the answers to those questions, I buy, hold, or sell. So the DocuSign business is really replacing wet signatures we signed with a pen, with a digital signature using your computer or your phone. And it really made the document execution process more efficient. Rather than physical documents having to be mailed or delivered, they really get emailed, and then a person can just very easily sign. Another use case is when people get hired, they typically have to sign everything digitally to before they arrive on their first day. So it makes certain processes really efficient, and DocuSign has been baked into processes. For example, Salesforce integrates DocuSign into their application, so you could very seamlessly use the document digital signing feature within Salesforce using the DocuSign software. So DocuSign has a good position in a very big market where there's still a lot of addressable market left. Now there's competition from Adobe and other players. And the one thing I would say that the software industry has proven over and over again that the user experience and the overall value that a company provides always wins. I'll point to one example. Google did not invent search. They were probably, I don't know, the 100th company that came out and started search. And a lot of people felt when they came out that, they're wasting their time because Microsoft's going to take the search business away because they have this dominant, software position and so forth. But Google really stuck to their focus, which is creating the best outcome, the best experience for users who searched on Google, and the rest is history. They're a dominant, search engine around the world. And I think that if DocuSign continues to focus on their core competencies in serving customers in the space that they can do the best, I think they're going to be fine. DocuSign announced earnings on September 7th, and a couple of things that I really like is they're growing 11% revenue. And this year, I think revenue growth, has been rare for a lot of companies. Like Apple is not growing. Other businesses, if they grew 11%, they'd be really, really happy. And DocuSign grew 11%. They've been consistent in their growth. The other thing that they're doing is they're generating a lot of free cash and accumulating it on the balance sheet. So I love revenue growth, and the only thing that I love better is free cash flow, and DocuSign is delivering. I believe that DocuSign is currently discounted by 48%. And what I mean is that each share, based on my analysis, is really worth about $62 a share, but the market will sell you shares at $42. Now, I base my valuation on free cash flows and earnings per share. My free cash flow starting point for year 1 is taking the current first half of 2023 multiplying times 2. I'm going to grow those free cash flows by 10%. Since they have been growing their top line, they've been growing their free cash flows very well. And then the terminal value, all free cash flows beyond year 4, I'm going to grow at 3%. I'm going to discount those cash flows that I expect in the future from the company by 9.5% at its discount rate to get to a net present value of all those cash flows of today of $13.6 billion. I'm going to add the cash they have on their balance sheet, which is a really nice high level, and a low debt level of $725 million is going to be taken away from that value, getting to the equity value of $14.3 billion of value from DocuSign. The market cap's only $8.5 billion, so it offers up a nice discount of 59% using the free cash flow method of valuing this company. And that's a really nice discount on a good quality company that is growing. Earnings per share, the earnings per share expected over the next 4 quarters is $2.55. I'm going to give them a PE of 28, which is typical of software companies, especially one that is growing, and grow it at 5%. And I'm going to use those factors to arrive at a earnings per share value method of $53.41 for DocuSign. You can buy shares for $42, so it gives you a nice discount of 26%, which is nice to see. I'm going to blend the two, but put more weight on the free cash flow method and get to 48% discount on DocuSign. Now, the DocuSign stock has been going down over time, which is good news for an investor like me. Over time, since looks like the beginning of 2023, the stock's down. It was up above $65 per share, but it's down to $42 a share, which is why I began to pay interest in DocuSign. I believe the stock is really worth about $66. So there's a really nice value differential between where the stock is trading and where the stock is valued. Year to date, it's down 24%. And again, DocuSign's a growing company. One of the takeaways that I have on this stock is DocuSign's a takeover target. It is an acquisition target. Another software company can easily buy DocuSign, and they'd be getting a lot of value. A growing company, a leader in their space, generating a lot of free cash flow that would also, it generates a lot of profit. So it would really be accretive to whoever acquired them. It'd be a big positive. So I would not be surprised if DocuSign gets acquired in the next 12 to 24 months. So let me scorecard DocuSign and make a decision to buy, hold, or sell. I definitely want to be an owner of this business, and I like the technology software industry. The management team is doing a great job. I really like that they are sticking to their core focus. Just be the best company within your space you can possibly be. I like that their debt is really low. They could actually pay off all their debt with their cash. And a nice discount is available on DocuSign. Therefore, I'm going to buy shares of DocuSign on down days for the stock. So DocuSign looks like an attractive investment for me. And one thing I've observed right now is that the Magnificent Seven stocks, the big software companies like Microsoft and even Google is a technology company, and they create a lot of software products, and Meta, Tesla, NVIDIA. Those stocks are flying so high that they are pretty much the big appreciating assets for 2023, meaning most of what we've seen appreciate in 2023 is attributed to those Magnificent Seven stocks. And it's left small, medium cap companies behind, like DocuSign. And I think there's pent up upside in DocuSign. I think it's been forgotten. But once you look at their financials, you look at their metrics, if they keep putting out positive earnings statements, I see the stock going up. So I'm really glad that I bought shares in DocuSign, and I'm happy to buy additional shares in DocuSign. So that's my video on DocuSign. I hope you found it interesting. Please leave a comment. Well, I'd love to hear what you think of DocuSign and any other investing ideas you have. Do me a favor and like the video and subscribe to my channel if you like videos like these. Good luck investing in 2023.